It's the year 2021 and I'm still in high school. Yes, I know this was a couple of years ago. I was in 11th grade at the time. I'm 19 years old. I look a lot older. I act a lot older than I know. Okay? Anyways, it's the year 2021 and I'm still in high school. I'm still in high school and I'm preparing. I've been preparing for months for this one exam. This one exam that I thought would determine the rest of my life. Spoiler alert, it didn't. This one exam was the SAT exam. A lot of you know what it is. It's like this external exam. It's a standardized exam that happens like once or a couple of times throughout the year. I forgot. But it's an external exam that basically the whole world takes at the same time throughout different countries. And everyone's like super stressed on this exam. They study for months. We think universities are going to look at only this grade. This university, you need to go uni, whatever, man. The typical shit that your parents tell you. This one exam will determine the rest of your life. Anyways, so I'm studying super hard. And this exam is basically graded out of 1,600, so 1.6K. I was aiming for a 1,400, right? 1.4K, 1,400. And I'm studying and I'm studying and I'm taking practice tests and I'm stressing and I'm learning this and it's a new technique and I'm trying to, I'm on fucking Khan Academy. That Khan Academy was amazing, by the way. I'm on Khan Academy. I'm learning from this guy. I'm learning from here. Okay, bro, I'm stressing it with my other friends. They're stressing too, but like I'm trying to compete with them because, I want to be better and all this stuff. Like I'm stressing so hard, man. I'm actually stressing so hard. My parents are putting this pressure on me, which, it further contributed to my stress. And I thought this exam meant everything to me. I would stay up late until 4, 5 a.m. studying for this shit. I would sleep deprive myself. I remember I would wake up and I'd think, okay, I need to start studying. And I had physical symptoms of like the stress damaging my body. I would think of the fact that I had to study and I'd feel like fucking throwing up. I would literally feel like throwing up. My bowels would start like activating. You know that gut wrenching feeling? I'd feel that. I'd feel like throwing up and shitting at the same time. It was a very, very weird scenario. It was a weird case, right? And I just had so much stress, and this affected my studying. It affected like my daily life. And I'm studying, and the exam day comes, and I'm thinking, yeah, this is it. I'm so scared. I'm so stressed. I'm shitting myself. This has to determine the rest of my life. I do the exam, and I come out of the exam. I go back home. I wait a couple of weeks. The grades come out. I didn't end up with 1.4K. I got a 1,320. And at this point, I wasn't even disappointed. It was just like this feeling of relief that the whole thing is over. Like, I didn't care. Like, it ended up being fine anyway. Who cares? At least that shitty period of stress was over. You know how damaging stress is, man. My test levels were like in the bin. I was scared. Like I was just this anxious person in general because of how much the stress was affecting my life. And at the end of it, I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't care that I didn't get the grade I wanted. I got a good grade that's top 90%, a 1,320. It was amazing actually, but I didn't get what I wanted. I did not care. All I cared about was that stress was finally over. I have broken up with, or I've been broken up with numerous times, and I remember the 1 to 2 week period before the breakup was such like the amount of stress during that period. I could feel something was coming. She could feel something was coming. It was just a very high tension environment, and I had this stress within me. And then once the breakup was over, the main thing that I was relieved about was finally I don't have to deal with that fucking stress. I've lost friends, same thing. I've lost everything at one point. My reputation, I've lost, people I've loved. I've lost so many things at once. And by the end of it, the same pattern started happening. The same pattern started happening, and I ended up having the same exact thought at the end of it. The stress wasn't worth it. I'm glad it's over. The consequences are way less damaging than the stress I experienced. I broke up with the girl. Yeah, I miss her. Whatever. I miss her more than you'll know. I'll miss her. I miss her. I miss her. Did it matter though? Yeah, the breakup hurts, but what hurted what was hurting way more was the stress I was feeling. That exam that I was stressed for months before. What hurt way more was the stress, not even the fact that I didn't get the grade I wanted. What hurt way more than losing the actual friend itself was the panic, the fear. There's a famous quote by the legendary philosopher Seneca, and what he said was, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And this encapsulates every single stressful experience that I have ever had in my entire life. You suffer so much more in your imagination than your reality. What I'm going to do for you in this video is I will forge a mind. I will forge this iron mind, this iron soul that becomes immune to stress. I will hijack your mind so that you don't have to deal with stress anymore. And I will hijack your body as well so you don't have to deal with stress anymore. It's a 5-step protocol, and the first one is that you need to understand that no matter what, I don't fucking care what happens. I don't fucking care who dies. Bro, this is bad for me to say, oh God, God forbid and everything, but I don't fucking care if a family member dies. You will cope in the end. This is a very dark way of thinking. I don't care what happens to you. I don't care if you lose an arm. I don't care if you lose a leg. Obviously, these are extreme, the worst of the worst scenarios, right? I don't care what happens to you. You will end up coping. Yes, you will be annoyed. Yes, you will be sad. Yes, you will be hurt for the next couple of months. Yes, normal. Obviously, that's what will happen. You're gonna break up with her. You're gonna miss her, bro. There are numerous women that bro, I love. When I love hard, right? I love hard. Okay, I have a big heart, right? You see this guy in front of you, self-improvement dickhead, yelling on camera. What? I have a big heart. There are women I miss more than you know. Does that mean I'm texting them, hey baby, I miss? No, it doesn't. You cope, you move on. It's simple as that. You will feel the pain, you will miss her, you will miss your friend, you will miss that family member that passed away, you will miss whatever it happens, but you will cope and you will move on. It's fine. That's it. No matter what happens, everything will be fucking okay in the long run. No matter what happens. Humans cope, get over it. Humans cope, get over it. This happens, this happens, this happens. Everything will be okay no matter fucking what. Humans cope, and we've coped for thousands of years. So stop thinking that little situation that you're in right now will never end, because that's bullshit. You will cope and you will get over it. Stop bitching. Stop bitching. I know this is kind of I sound like a dickhead right now. I really do sound like a dickhead. But it's coming from a place of love. I have been through shit and I've been through pain. I've been through deaths. Oh, well, not me, but I've been through people dying, loss of loved ones, loss of family members. I have been through that. Yes, it hurts, but you cope and you move on. Humans cope and humans move on. I have been through horrible breakups where I loved the girl hard, but you cope and you move on. You miss her, but you just move on. Humans move on. The world we live in moves on. Stop bitching. Everything will be okay no matter what. Have this mindset. Yes, it hurts. That's just a normal response because you're a human being. So what? Move on. Number two, have you heard of the hormone called cortisol? Cortisol is basically the stress hormone. When your cortisol goes up, your stress goes up. When your stress goes up, your cortisol goes up. There's a direct correlation, a one-to-one correlation between these two. And this is what you must do to counteract it. Cortisol has an enemy. It has a kryptonite. This kryptonite, surprisingly, well, not really, but to your amusement, cortisol's kryptonite is the hormone called testosterone. That's right. What a magical and beautiful thing testosterone is. I think if before you even begin anything before you even start making money, before you even start going to the gym, focus on your hormonal health from the inside first. This is side note, right? But I think before even any of this garbage, before doing any self-improvement things, the most important thing is actually test. Because without a running engine, how are you going to do all of this self-improvement stuff. You want to make better gains in the gym, go raise your testosterone. You want to feel better, have better mental health, raise your testosterone. You want to make money, be ambitious, and have the creativity, raise your testosterone. Do those things. I think the beginning, the foundation of all of self-improvement is testosterone. For men, obviously. For women, it's different. I don't teach women self-improvement. The foundation for men's self-improvement is testosterone. That's a side note. So you want to decrease your cortisol, you increase your testosterone. And to increase your testosterone, I've made a bunch of guides, a bunch of videos, on testosterone. But don't worry, soon enough, there will be something that revolutionizes the entire testosterone. I don't like calling it industry, but the entire testosterone space. Something that I think can change the world. But we'll talk about that later. So for number 2, increase your testosterone levels so that your cortisol levels go down. So increase your test, so cortisol goes down and your stress goes down. So this is another way to increase your stress tolerance, simply by decreasing cortisol. Number 3, I want you to take all the negatives you have, all the losses you have, all the shit that you've gone through, and I want you to, instead of looking at the losses as a bad thing, look at them as a good thing. You understand that these losses are necessary, that these losses are part of life. You need to look at these as a win. When you go learn something, you need to take the lessons, right? These losses are your lessons to have a better life, to grow. So look at them as necessary. Look at these losses as necessary. This is basically what I just described, looking at negatives and losses as necessary. Look at them as wins because they will aid you in your life. What I just described was stoicism. So what you need to do is master stoicism. And man, stoicism is actually really overpowered. It probably saved my life a couple of times. Stoicism is magnificent, and I'll definitely be making a guide on this at some point, but this is just for now. Master stoicism. I've already made it's like my second video, bro. I've made a stoicism guide. It's really, really old. You can scroll down to the bottom. I'll make a new updated guide eventually, but this is something you need to understand. If you can just look at like this sentence, look at negatives and losses as necessary. Look at losing as a good thing. Look at losing as a good thing because you need to lose at some point to know what to improve in. You need to lose. That's how you get better. Look at it from a logical and rational perspective. Stop being emotional, okay? Stop being emotional. Look at it through logic. Look at it with your brain cells. Activate the 3 fucking brain cells you have and say, okay, well, I needed to lose. I needed the damage. I needed this so that I could learn this. I needed to get broken up with so that I could learn and realize, oh, well, I've been acting like a piece of shit. I have been lazy. I have been unambitious. I have been boring. So move on. I'm broke. I have been broke. I've lost all my money trading. Oh, well, my strategy doesn't work. Or I have no risk management. Or I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. And I realized I didn't put a stop loss. Whatever it is, you lost. There was a reason you lost. And it taught you a lesson. Look at those losses as a good thing because you learned the lesson. And it's almost like you increased your XP. You increased your experience in life, right? You leveled up, basically. It's like the gym, bro. You do bicep curls, your bicep hurts, but your bicep grows and looks better. Same shit. Number 4, and this one is kind of a funky one. Number 4, and this one is kind of an odd one, but you need to get physically hurt. What I mean by this isn't hurt yourself, like do weird things that people now in the modern day do for attention purposes and stupid reasons, like this thing. I don't want to say it so YouTube doesn't bash me like it's already been doing, man. I make this content and then I get attacked by this platform. Anyways, you need to get physically hurt. And what I mean by this is you need to hit and get hit. I mean train martial arts. Go spar. What this does is it activates your fight or flight response. And when you activate your fight or flight response, what happens? Temporary stress goes up and you get used to it. Imagine you're in the ring, right? And there's this huge, happened to me so many times. You're in the ring, this guy's 50 pounds above you, he's 7 inches taller than you, and you know some shit's gonna happen, right? And you're scared. But guess what? You do it anyway. You do it anyway, and then your stress tolerance goes up because you've been very, that's a high stress moment. Get used to it, and then you get hurt. And then he punches you in the liver and you curl up into a ball and you feel like throwing up. And then he punches you in the head and then you get like a headache for the next hour. Whatever it is, you need to go in there. You need to like go get hit in the face, go get physically hurt. Stop being like a shelled up little boy. Go get hurt, man. You will be stressed, but so be it. You want to raise your stress tolerance, you're going to need to get stressed. Now, chronic stress is different. Chronic stress is long-term stress. This is really bad. This is very, very bad. But short-term, quick bursts of stress, it's like the gym, right? If you're always, if you've been doing bicep curls for years, your bicep won't actually grow. It's actually gonna, fuck off Discord. It's actually gonna atrophy because you're using it way too much and you don't give it the chance to recover, right? Give yourself the chance to recover when, you do high stress bursts. High stress, recover. Spar once, twice, 3 times a week. Go like step into the ring, get hurt, be scared. So what? Move on. Almost think of these high bursts of stress as progressive overload for stress. You know about the concept of progressive overload in the gym, whatever. More weight, more reps. You know what progressive overload is. Think of these high bursts of stress as progressive overload, right? When it comes to, let's say you're boxing in the ring or you're in combat in jiu-jitsu or whatever, or you're speaking in front of like a huge crowd of people. Think of it as progressive overload. So keep that in mind, brother. Have these high bursts of stress. Best way to do it, combat against another man in the ring. Jabir, that's you, by the way. That's you texting me, just so you know. Number 5, and this is to simply get physically jacked. Why? There's a couple of reasons. First of all, the hormonal health. You get physically jacked, you increase mTOR, you increase, well, that's deep testosterone shit. You increase androgen receptor sensitivity. You increase your testosterone and you increase your hormonal health. I swear if Discord doesn't shut the fuck up, it's my dickhead editor. He's texting me. So you increase your testosterone levels and you optimize your hormonal optimization when you get jacked, right? Cortisol goes down, test goes up, all of this sort of stuff. And in general, it just leaves you have like this better mentality when it comes to life. Exercise, man. And the best type of exercise, in my opinion, is the one that changes your body in an aesthetically pleasing way. So weightlifting. Get physically jacked and you won't really have to deal with, physical stress anymore, of the stress of having like bad health and anything. So get physically jacked, man. It really will help out with hormonal levels and just general life. So these are 5 steps that I use personally to almost become invincible when it comes to stress. I barely get stressed anymore. And the times I do, it's like really, really, really bad. And I'm like high. Imagine my stress tolerance is level 100. I don't get stressed when level 1 to 99 things attack me. I get stressed when level 300 things attack me. But it's not like stress that would kill me. I get stressed and everything, but it's not stress that would kill me. Imagine if you had level 3 stress tolerance and you get attacked by level 200 stress tolerance. You'd be cooked. You're dead. Boom. That's what you do. That's what you do. So just relax. Relax. Do the 5-step protocol, and you're not really going to be stressed anymore. If you want to use the method I used to make my first $10,000 a month online and grow an empire, it's a secret method. I kind of gate kept it for people like you and I who can stay till the end of the video. So you're kind of fit for this. If you want to use the method, click the first link in the description, brother. It's kind of gate kept. You build a loyal empire of thousands, and it's an insane opportunity, man. So click the first link in the description. Look into Project 10K and you will not regret it. Other than that, bro, take what I said seriously because stress tolerance can genuinely save your life. And I'll see you soon. Take care.